Oh, man.
Do you want the red box?
I'll sit in the red box, aye.
Are you not coming in? He's not coming in.
What would be great is if I ask a question, probably to you, Scott.
Aye.
But that'll, rather than it being like then a response to me, that'll stimulate kind of then a conversation more between the two of you. It's probably going to be you speaking more, a little bit more than Iain. But I'd love for you to then just jump in. I know it can feel a wee bit awkward, I promise you, once you start, you'll be sound. Everything can get cut and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
So if you get, you know, a brain fart or whatever, it doesn't matter. I trimmed my nostril there for a couple of weeks now.
It's shocking, is it?
Right, okay.
Oh, hi.
So,
That's Vicky.
do you need some more? Right, okie dokie. So, Scott, what led you to looking to hire a coach?
Basically, I wasn't really looking after myself too well. I had a few health scares. I was overweight. My lifestyle wasn't that great. Drinking too much, eating too much, and the doctor kind of gave me a wee nudge to say I really needed to do something about it. So I did used to run, but I wasn't really doing anything. And I decided one day just to pop in here, because it was on my run route. And 2.5 years later, Iain's still stuck with me here.
Give me 1 second, I'm just going to put that up a tiny bit. That was brilliant, mate. That was really, really good. 2 seconds, sorry.
You're stuck with me more like.
And since coming, so 2.5 years?
Yeah.
Since coming and training here for 2.5 years, what changes have you seen?
Massive changes. Well, weight loss for one, even though I'm just over the Christmas period and I wasn't coming, so it's kind of gotten on a bit again. I did suffer very badly with chest infections and my breathing. I used to actually have to use a steroid inhaler and a blue inhaler as well every single day. Since regular exercise and things, I'm basically down to not using it at all. So it's still there, but all the training helps. Also, how rigid was I when I came in?
I could barely move, could you?
I could barely move. And on top of that, I was so tense in my shoulders, everything. And obviously just working on different things,
Even when the breathing exercises and
Yeah.
stuff, totally relaxing and coming out of that sort of side of things.
In the days I don't come to the gym, Iain's helped me out. He's gave me recipe guidelines, even though I had some chips and stuff like that in it. A lot of fun in. But he's gave me some training things that I can do on the days that I'm not at the gym. So when I'm working at home, when I have my wee break from my PC and everything, I can go away and just do 5 or 10 minutes of exercises in the home. So
Good for you. And what's the biggest changes that you've seen in Scott, from like physical, mental, everything?
Yeah, definitely you're a lot more open. I don't know if you realise this when you come in, but you're definitely a lot more open with other people in the classes and stuff as well.
Yeah. I think some of it was I was a bit, because I'd never really been in a gym environment before, I just thought it was all going to be big blokes lifting, looking scary and lifting weights. Yeah, of course.
That's me.
So, I mean, but Iain's gave me the confidence to, after some guidance and demonstrations how to use the different machines. So, and also I'm not so body conscious as when I first came in either, so I don't really care.
Good man.
Yeah.
Good man.
And even though we've had a few setbacks with me getting chest infections, I still come back and
Yeah, you always come back stronger.
always seem to come back stronger. I mean, I got injured, didn't I? And, and it actually probably helped my shoulders actually relax more.
Yeah, because we had to really think about how you were actually moving and where it was coming from. I think a lot of stress you're putting on yourself, maybe. Yeah,
I think so, but I think that was just because I was coming into the gym as well and I was tense and I didn't really know what to expect and things, no? But just coming to classes and with Iain's guidance and just the way he speaks to me and that, it just kind of, calms me down a bit, you know?
Is this the class here? Is that where you...
Yeah, similar, yeah. It kind of changed every
So, no.
No, this one. Well, yeah, it is actually. That's what we did. This bit changes every week.
Nice. That's good.
So we do 2 minutes usually. They try to build up each week, so they're kind of building up. So they're building up. So for instance, when Scott first came in down at 39, now he's way up into the high 40s and stuff. So just giving them something to work to every week.
Do you find it beneficial to be able to speak to, a young lad, like man to man, about your health and about, obviously because when it comes to like your stress, a lot of other PTs wouldn't even speak to you about that. They'd be like, come in and train.
No, but that's part of the attraction I wanted to train with Iain, because he is interested. No, when I first signed up, he gave me a questionnaire asking me all kinds of things. No, I mean, coming here has changed me. It has put a different outlook, on my fitness and actually starting to care about myself. I don't drink anymore either, so that's 2.5 years I haven't drank either. So,
congratulations,
it's a pretty big achievement. But this was all kinds of the things I was needing to get pushing in the right direction. And as I say, without the guidance and getting shown what to do, I could have quite easily came in and signed for the gym, but I wouldn't have had a clue what to do or anything. And the likelihood is, the way I was 2.5 years ago, I'd have probably had a gym membership, but I wouldn't have been coming.
So common, yeah.
I like the honesty. 2.5 years sober, how does that make you feel as a coach?
Yeah, he's done incredibly well. I think
I just started.
You just started when I met you, and we still have conversations about how that's going for you. You have your days when those sort of feelings creep up, but and then I think this has definitely helped you. I think
it does.
In terms
It's
of
given me a
regulating
different
you.
focus,
For sure.
It has given me a different focus.
But yeah, I don't think Scott even realises, like, people look forward to seeing Scott in the classes too.
God knows why,
Exactly.
See the state of me, mate.
Yeah. So like Sarah, when she found out that you can't make lunchtime class anymore, she's going to start coming in the evenings now.
Is she? Seriously?
Yeah, just because she enjoys coming and seeing you as well. Do you know what I mean?
It's funny how you get different dynamics with folk
For sure.
with the gym. I mean, I've got a dynamic with you, but I must admit, when I train with Sarah, it's almost like a pair of us kind of,
You motivate each other.
I would motivate one, we spur one another on. It's like, wow, have you done the X amount of calories? That's really good. A bit in the back of your head, you're like, did you really? Well, late to Friday, I'm going to get that.
So a bit of competitiveness there as well, which is always fun. But
she's a machine. So obviously, like, you've spoken about, like, obviously the sobriety or the no alcohol is absolutely incredible. Obviously, you've spoken about your overall, like, physical health. Obviously, de-stressing, things like that, posture. When it comes to, like, you as an individual, what do you feel training with Iain has taught you most about yourself, like, as a person?
It's actually told me to start caring a bit about myself, and realising that I really have to start taking care of this shell of a body, even though I'm 53 and I've just eventually grown up a little bit. But do you know what I mean? It is important to look after yourself, even a little bit, both physically and mentally.
Yeah, right. And so obviously, for Iain's obviously a mental health and exercise coach as well as being a PT. So a mental health and exercise coach, they do all these things that you've just spoken about, looking after overall well-being. How important is it for you, Iain, to be able to provide that environment for people like Scott, Sarah, Kat coming in, where they can obviously come to exercise? But like you've touched on, it's like a mini community.
For sure.
How important is that for you, Iain?
So important. It's great to see, like he says, the dynamic of people kind of bouncing off each other. It's great to see, like, knowing that you're just doing that a little bit more, a little bit different. And although it's a class setting, there is still periods where you kind of like, oh, how's such and such with work, or like Sarah, she's got her health struggles too. So it's really important. It's nice to know that you're kind of there as a support network for these people.
It's good. It's good. And you've done other things as well with the WhatsApp group, trying to do, what was it, Dry January and things like that.
Oh yeah, the events and the challenges.
That was good. And I actually joined in a little bit of interaction.
Yeah.
Not trying to be too much of a keyboard warrior, but trying to give
was
encouragement. Whereas generally I wouldn't have even, a couple of years ago I wouldn't have bothered with that, if I'm being honest with you.
Aye, a lot of the challenges are good, aren't they?
The challenges are good.
The walking challenge and everything like that.
Yeah, it's been good.
Right, last question then. I'll ask you both. What would you like to say to Scott as a client, as a thank you?
You've done incredibly well. I'm really appreciative of you. You support me as much as I support you sometimes.
Thanks very much.
Although we do our check-ins and stuff.
I do, so it's good.
You sometimes check up at me, which is great. Do you know what I mean?
That's just an age thing, you know what I mean? You're about the same age as me.
Like a family figure, but...
Same to you, what would you like to say to
No, honestly, and thanks so much. I don't think you realise kind of the difference you've made in me physically and mentally at times, and hearing like what you're saying, that subconsciously, I've obviously came out my shell, which I'm a pretty guarded person, and I don't normally do that, so I'll need to serious considering cancelling my membership and somewhere else. No, seriously, mate, thanks very much. It's really appreciated.
Well done, lads. Good stuff. Well done, man. Good job. That was great. Well done. Well done, mate. That's fantastic. You're a pro at that, eh? Fucking pro at that.
Doesn't bother me
Have
at all.
you done this before?
No.
Thanks, buddy.
We'll see how that goes this afternoon.
Oh, we're together today?
Yeah.
That'll be funny.
But it's funny, so the school they've got like, just decent support in place as well.
The music on.
So how long have you been training for?
So I remember coming in here when my daughter was just born, so she was in the little, I had her in the little baby carrier. So she was 3 in September, so just over, about 3 years we've been training.
3 years, yeah. Just after lockdown.
No.
Just what? Yeah.
Well, the funny thing was, I seen him because I used to do a bit of boxing like just once a week with a different PT at my work. And I'd seen you out the back.
That's right,
the path
during the sort of COVID times.
boxing. I was like, who's that doing boxing training? So I went and it was with my neighbour. So I said to my neighbour, who's that training you boxing? And then I ended up just walking down the corner and coming in for a chat. But she was in the little
I know,
baby
she was
carrier.
just born then.
Yeah.
And now she's
yeah.
a little unit.
I'll get used to get started, but I'll do a wee bit of a Q&A type thing. Like
Okay.
we kind of did where...
Yeah, I drew in it. Okay.
Okay.
Just kind of like...
Just normal. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Switch. Big left. Big left. Left hook. Big left. Good. Double jabs. She hits. She hits hard. 1, 1, 2. And again. 3 more. 2 more. And again. Well done. Good. Slip. Break. Good.
So, how long do you say, about 2.5 years?
3 years.
It's been 3, yeah, since lockdown really.
And besides obviously seeing him out the back doing boxing,
Yeah.
obviously that was the main reason why you then sort of approached it.
Yeah.
But when you started training with Iain, what were kind of like the main things about him that you liked about him as a coach?
So I think it's just that kind of more personal kind of approach. So it's not your standard, like, come in, here's a plan, this is what you should be eating. It's more getting to know me as a person, what I enjoy doing. I get an hour here once a week to come in and kind of decompress. So he focuses more on the things that I enjoy rather than what you should be maybe doing. So yeah.
I love it, love it. Wait till you see some of this, honestly. Absolute machine. No, honestly. It puts my old client boxing sessions to shame.
Aye, but it's all her though. She's a good boxer. 1, 1, 2, 1. Slip. Good. Tiger.
What's your number called?
Iona.
Iona. So, how does it feel for you being able to come in here, have Iona sitting there, you get this time? So, like, say for example, you're coming in, you've been having a stressful day. How does it make you feel that you can come here, feel the differences that you do? Iona can be brought in there, and you just get to have this hammer.
Yeah. So normally I do come in on my own. So it's ad hoc. She gets the opportunity to watch, which is nice because she can see me doing a bit of sport, a bit of fitness.
She loves
and
it.
I think it's like good for her as well. To kind of see that that's something that's important to me when I say I'm going to the gym. And my son's a little bit older, and there was always this ongoing joke about mummy nipping to the gym. And it's
Yeah,
kind
it was a whole saga, wasn't
don't
it?
nip to the gym. And it's kind of showing them why it's important to be fit and healthy and active and that side of things. So.
Perfect, yeah. Lovely. 10 up top.
So, obviously, physical health benefits.
Yeah.
We can see, we can see those without saying. What's the biggest mental health benefits that you get from coming and training with you?
Yeah, I think it's such a good balance because you've got somebody who takes a bit of pride in what they do and that effort to get to know you. So again, it's someone that actually wants to know how you're doing, and it's just that general conversation. It's nothing forced, but it's just part of a natural session, and that you've got that opportunity to have a bit of a download, throw some ideas around about how your week could maybe be a little bit different or small improvements, and just doing that little bit of extra here and there that can make a difference to your routine. So
Whilst you're absolutely knocking.
Yeah, oh, it's a batters me. Yeah.
No, you're not
How are you,
that.
Ben?
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. Putting the two gingers together. It's nice to have someone with a more ginger beard than
Thanks
me.
for coming up.
Brilliant. Right, so just a few questions for you then, mate. So first one is, what does your business look like since doing the award in MHEC?
What does my business look like? I certainly took a lot more time for myself. I think, like many PTs, are definitely being self-employed, you kind of run yourself into the ground quite a lot. I think MHEC teaches you at the start to kind of invest in yourself firstly, look after yourself firstly, and then from there I was able to kind of realise that I don't have to like burn myself into the ground. I just have to take a little bit more time, invest in the clients I have rather than doing that. So yeah, that's probably the first thing I took away from it, and something that I've kept on going. So yeah, more time for myself, I suppose, in order to better produce a good service, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And I think that's something that Dan and I have both noticed in terms of you've literally just went in two-footed and completely live and breathe all of the MHEC values. You already had a lot of them, which is why you ended up finding us and you're so aligned with what we do. So
Yeah.
I guess with that in mind, what parts of being an MHEC coach do you enjoy or love the most?
Parts of being an MHEC coach, well, firstly for the course itself, I think, but the main thing for me was, especially being a self-employed PT, was having a community that shared the same values as me. Because I think when you're self-employed, especially a personal trainer, you can be quite lonely sometimes. So having like a wider community within the MHEC community that speaks your language and understands the same values that you do, that was really something that kind of really appealed to me. So I'm still in touch with the guys from my course like about 3 years ago now. So yeah, and they are there for you when you need them. It's just like, you've got to remember that as well. Although we're all over the country, yeah, it's definitely the community aspect for me, for sure.
Yeah, good,
Yeah.
brilliant. And what does obviously we've spent the day with you here, or well the afternoon, here with you in the gym, seeing one of your group sessions earlier, and then one of your boxing sessions with one of your one-to-one clients, and it's been really good to get an insight into how you work and operate with your clients and the members here at the gym. So what would a typical day in the life look like for you as an MHEC coach?
Typical day, I try to roll out my bed as early as I can, like 6:30. I used to be that PT who would get up, just say yes to every client, like 6 a.m, yep, got you. So that was kind of something I started to pull back and was like, oh, how about just getting up at the same time, but having those couple hours in the morning just for yourself. So I try to get up about 6:30, 7 on most days when I'm feeling good, get a bit of training in, or just chill at home, read a book, podcast until I start. Usually work at 9 with clients here, or depending on what day it is, you'll have small group classes, mix of members and clients, and then I'll usually try to finish up 6 p.m. latest. And again, it used to be that PT that would burn the candle at both ends, and is that the right saying? Yeah. Or the wick at both ends. Yeah, into like 9, 8 at night, 6 a.m. Sessions. So having that cut off and just saying, no, last session's at 5 or 6 is definitely benefits me. So that's what a typical day looks like. Try to take like a Monday to myself as well, like a little bit of an admin day. Try to get my own training in for the benefits of that. Weekends off as well. So some people might say part-timer, but I like to think look after myself first, and then I can look after the people that come to me. So boundaries, that's the word. Yeah,
that's it. No, mate, I think you've put it beautifully, and again, like looking after yourself, putting yourself first means you can show up for the clients that you work with and that come in here. And I guess with those guys in mind, obviously Dan and I have had the privilege of meeting a couple of them and interviewing Scott as well. So what would you say is the favourite thing you have about working with the clients that you've currently got or you've worked with previously?
I think just seeing the impact that even just being a bit, I sometimes put it similarly, just being a bit more empathetic, to be honest. And it's like the change, and sometimes people like they really open up to you. And now having the skills with going through the MHEC course to like understand and ask better questions, sometimes that just like it really makes you feel good. It genuinely does. Knowing that you are making a difference. I've got amazing clients, like absolutely. Like there's not a client I like. Obviously you don't dislike your clients, but like they're just honestly like, so it's like it's generally a pleasure to come into work, and like when you're in the flow and just like, and you're really like delving a little bit deeper and stuff, and you see the change in some people, it's so rewarding, and like that's why I love doing this job. Do you know what I mean? So it's brilliant, really. Yeah.
As classmate, I think I can see the passion that you have for it. Dan can see the passion that you have for your job. Hopefully the people watching at home can see the passion that you've got for it. I mean, like talking about how rewarding it is and being able to make a difference, all the things you've just mentioned there, like that's why we do what we do. But if you had to pick one thing, what would be the best thing about your job as being an MHEC coach?
I had to pick one thing.
Yeah. It's a tough question, that. I'll put you on the spot now.
The combination of like having the freedom, like being a self-employed coach is like having the freedom to do something I really enjoy and call it a job, I suppose. But it really is all about the people for me, like meeting the people, working with like individuals who wouldn't maybe have come to a gym previously. Do you know what I mean? I think that is what's different about the MHEC approach, is like you're getting like people who you can physically see them quite nervous to join the gym, but you put that arm around them and it's months down the line they're a different not a different person, but like you're seeing qualities in them that is amazing to see. So that's one thing I would say is just working with individuals that kind of inspire you as well, like on days when you need it. Yeah. All my clients inspire me for sure.
Yeah. No, I love that, mate, and that's why we do what we do and keep doing it. Absolutely. Keep showing up. So no, I love that, mate. And talking about, I guess, being inspired then, what would you say is the best piece of fitness advice that you've ever been given? As a coach that's been doing this for years.
Ever been given? I I don't know if I can't really pick up anything that I've been given, but something I have picked up, probably just through the course and stuff, is just, for me, a big thing was comparison, like, especially social media now, it's like we're constantly looking at what other coaches and stuff are doing, and like being able to just like, oh no, this is what I'm good at, and having that barrier, I suppose, to just be, see Tom, just be confident in your own abilities, and just like, this is the path I'm going, and people won't be on the same sort of like values or outlooks that you're as a coach. So I think, yeah, definitely removing sort of comparison on social media and stuff with other coaches and stuff that would be one bit of advice I would kind of take up.
Yeah.
Trust in your own path and keep going with that, I would say.
Brilliant. And I guess if that's something that you've learned, and I know just a couple of minutes ago you said something about the MHEC approach and how you like seeing new people coming into the gym, beginners, and just putting that arm around them, helping them, supporting them, so that they do feel that progression, and months down the line, like you said, they've got more, they're more vibrant, they're more confident, that type of thing. To get them to that point as a beginner, what would be the best piece of advice that you could give a beginner that's coming into the gym for the first time?
Best piece of advice would just be trust that, well, if they've come to you as a coach, like trust at the start that you will be there for them. If they can just walk through the door, like they say, the heaviest weight is the door of the gym. Like, not to be cringe as fuck,
brilliant.
but like,
I've not heard that before. No, that's class.
But no,
write that one down.
Sometimes it is generally that. It's like, and then I remember even like at the start of the course, they teach you to kind of stand outside the gym, because the amount of people that will not even come out the car park. And I've had clients like that, and I was like, fuck, I've not even thought of it like that before. So yeah, just getting them in for the first session and realizing, like, especially a gym like this where you can see it's quite quiet during the day, it's like realizing it's not this scary place, and that people in the gym are actually most of the time there to help you. Yeah. So if you can actually get them over that initial fear and realize that most people are just like you with their own worries, and they're using the gym as a tool to get through them. Yeah. Yeah, that would be the initial message, I suppose.
Yeah, no, mate, it's class, and it's brilliant, because I think some people do need to hear that, and it's refreshing, I guess, to hear it spoken in that way. And obviously that's the approach that we take with MHEC, and what we try to educate people, and hopefully what people have picked up from all these interviews that we're doing and everything that we talk about. So the very final question, if there's someone watching at home just now that might be considering embarking on a career as a personal trainer, or might already be a personal trainer that's looking to become an MHEC coach, what's the one piece of advice that you would give them that's looking to start that journey as a PT or an MHEC coach?
One piece of advice, apart from just saying do it, which I know is the obvious answer, if it's something you've been contemplating for a while and it really kind of sticks in with your values, especially going through a course like MHEC, which really takes in people from all walks of life and teaches them that you don't have to be a certain body type or a certain way to be an MHEC coach or to be a personal trainer. I think that is what's different with like the coaching aspect, is you can come in and do from all walks of life, and if you're really passionate about what you do, you can really go do that, I suppose.
That's great. Thank you so much for your time, mate. That's been class.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
That was
brilliant. That was brilliant, mate.
Well done, mate.
Well done. Mate, you're a pro.
You're a pro.
Yeah, that's right.
You weren't better under pressure.
No, that was brilliant,
You
mate.
did answer that last question brilliantly.
You did. Yeah.